Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Millsy Bob here on Duelist Academy's channel, doing a deck profile of a deck you may or may not have seen recently on one of his duel videos. I played Craig, master of the misplay Brian. He was playing windups, and I was playing the Dino-Fist deck. I'm sure there'll be some link in the description, which Dav will nicely put in there to link you to the duel video which we just had. But onto the deck profile. This actually won that locals tournament, beating Dav of Duelist Academy in the final as well. So monsters, 2 Rescue Rabbit for the vanillas, self-explanatory. 3 Warwolf and 3 Sabersaurus. The fact I've got Sabersaurus in here is brilliant because it allows me to go into Dolker and Lagia, which are such strong cards in almost every situation. And the fact that I can toolbox my deck with the extra deck, allowing me to go through almost any situation unscathed, which is amazing, considering how much control will be in the deck and how much destruction there is from cards like these 3 guys. 3 Fire-Fisted Brotherhood Bear, which is built-in destruction and search in 1 card. While it's also a beta, it's one of the best cards I've printed in a long time, in my opinion. It's just a complete card without being too overpowered. Next, I play 1 dragon and 1 gorilla. This is personal preference because I don't think either of them are that good, but they both have their uses. So it's just a one-off because they're easily searchable with the 3 spell cards, which search out any beast warrior level 4 or lower from the deck. They both got the uses, they're both in there for a reason, but I just don't want to play more of them. Next, 2 tour guides. With the rabbit in the main deck, I felt that this was important to bring back the rabbit, to use it again with the 2 sets of vanillas. Also, it gives me more utility in my extra deck, giving me access to rank 3s, which are some of the best exceeds around. The fact that you can go into 10 Tempo or Zen Mains or Levier or Leviathan, it's just brilliant. That is 15 monsters in the main deck. Moving on to the spells, we have 3 Tenki, which is the searcher of the deck, like I said. Bear can set it directly from the deck if it inflicts battle damage, and Gorilla can set it from the deck if it destroys a monster by battle. When it's activated, you can search level 4 or lower Beast Warrior type monster. It's a good card. You can splash it in a lot of decks, but obviously its main use is in the Fire-Fizz deck. 1 Tensu. Again, it has its uses and it is searchable, so I only want to play 1 of. But yeah, it's useful in certain situations, but I don't want to be drawing a lot. 3 Forbidden Lance. The main problem with the deck is back row. You do not like back row. I suppose it's the same with a lot of decks, but the fact that you can also main these and use them to get their effects off by being able to attack over bigger monsters is brilliant, while also protecting them from cards like Bottomless Trap Hole or Dimensional Prison. Like I said, you don't like back row, so 3 Mystical Space type thing. It's just staples. In this deck, we don't like back row, but we also use a lot of it. So I'm not maining Heavy Storm. Instead, I'm maining 1 Night Beam. In testing, I found that Heavy Storm is only good first turn. After that, you've often got Tenki's face up, traps set. It feels like you're minusing yourself if you activate Heavy Storm late game. So that's why Night Beam's in there. I like Night Beam because obviously they're catching the cards, and it's like being able to blind MST, but without the repercussions of getting a compulsory evacuation device chained or an Abyss Sphere or something like that. It's just brilliant because if you know you're playing something like I don't know, Insectors, you can just go Night Beam, or you capturing that Threatening Roar you've got set, which is brilliant. And then Reborn and Dark Hole. I think that's 13 spells. I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13. Which means there'll be 12 traps. We've got the Judgment Duo. Just Judgment Duper. 2 Mirror Force. Protecting your monsters is important against bigger monsters. Because obviously you only run 3 rare. Which sometimes you can go through quite quickly, and being able to protect them with cards like this is brilliant. Like I said, you play a lot of back row, so Static Road's important to protect you against other people's heavy storms, and Dark Holes to protect your monsters. Along with effects like Black Rose Dragon. I've seen a lot more play of Black Rose Dragon recently, with Mermills going into it quite easily, and Karakuris using it as well. Dimensional Prison, protecting your monsters again, it's important. Bottomless Trap Hole, another important card, protecting your monsters. It's not that good in the mirror match. I often side out in the mirror match because of all the lances. 2 Phoenix Chain, effects everywhere, and the fact it's chainable to Marksman. Is it Marksman that destroys face downs? I think it's Marksman that destroys face downs. They target it, you flip it face up, and if they've used it with Megalure, no search for Megalure for them. And one last card, Torrential. Although your monsters are important to you, the fact that you can clear away their monsters with trap cards like Torrential, which are often seen in Fire Fist decks, is important, because sometimes it catches them off guard, the fact that you're using Torrential, when a lot of decks, other Fire Fist decks, don't use Torrential. I really like this card, I've tested it, and it puts in a lot of work. That's a 40 card main deck. I will go to the extra deck now. We've got 1 Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, 1 Leviathan because of the Tour Guide, 1 Zenmains, 1 Steelstorm Roach, 1 Dolka, 1 Levier, 2 Tiger King, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Acid Golem, 1 Gaga Cowboy. Won me so many games so often. 1 Lagia, 1 Maestroke. It's nice to sit on a Maestroke and not get destroyed. 1 Ten Temper, and 1 Shockmaster, which the other week I beat Chainburn in a final of a tournament by just going into this as quickly as possible, which you can quite easily with the deck. You're putting a lot of resources into it though, so you need to know. And obviously with Chainburn, I just called traps and it was fine. Now on to the side deck. I sided 2 Effect Veiler and 2 Snowman Eater. The monster negation effects of Effect Veiler are important in the mirror match and other matches where you just need to side in other effects of things. In the mirror match, I often side out the 2 Phoenix Gens and put in 2 Effect Veilers because of all the MSTs and Lances, because obviously Phoenix Gens stopped by that. I also felt that Snowman Eater was important because I thought a lot of heroes were going to see play after the recent YCS where there was 2 hero decks in the top. So that's why I put Snowman Eater in over cards like Fossil Dino. I know Fossil Dino is still a good card, but I felt that Snowman Eater had more utility at the minute. 3-dimensional Fisher, stop the Mermills, 2 Soul Taker. I started this in against Mermills as well now because of Mermill Abyss, the rank 7 that negates effects, because if you go D-Fisher Soul Taker on that, you've pretty much sealed the game there. Because they've obviously put in 3 cards into that, and you've just banished the main guy that they've got stopping you in the Fire Fist deck. 2 Shadow Mirror. I thought it was going to be Dark Worlds and Insectors at the locals, but there wasn't many, so I didn't actually side this in once, I don't think, but it's still in there because we struggle against Dark Worlds so badly. 2 Dust Tornado to destroy back row. I often side out the Night Beam if I'm going first, because obviously you can't set the Night Beam and then activate it during their end phase. I side into the Dust Tornado, and that's usually just a one-off if I'm going first. But it's also there if there's another back row heavy deck that I want to add more back row destruction into. That's what I often do. And 2 Mind Crush, being able to call the spell cards in spell books, or Abyss Megala if you're playing against Mermills. Any search cards and heroes or Fire Fist, it's just really important. Okay, guys, that's the entire deck, side deck, and extra deck. Thank you for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm sure Dav will be very appreciative of it. Make sure you subscribe because the content he's got is brilliant. I can't compliment him enough. He's improved recently with his content and editing and commentary skills, and I can't wait to see more and more. Thank you for watching.